A big thanks to Squarespace for sponsoring this week's video.
I think that may well be Mr. Danson.
Everyone seemed to like the last challenge that me and James did, which was a 24 200mm challenge. I think, what did I have? I had 200mm, you had 24, didn't you?
Yeah, and I said that I'd have preferred 24 before we even flipped the coin, and I don't know why that was, because it was horrific.
Yeah, well 200 wasn't great. Anyway, everyone liked it. It was a good challenge, so we're going to do another one. We're down by the beach, and we've decided we're going to use the same focal length this time and go in the middle. We're not going to use 14 to 24 because I broke my lens yesterday, which was not great, and we just thought we'd go for 70mm. So I've got my 70 to 200. What have you got?
Me too.
You too. Okay. So we're only allowed to shoot at 70mm. Anything else is just do whatever you want.
I think the biggest challenge is remembering that we're only allowed to shoot at 70.
Yeah, that'll be it. When there's some epic light on those mountains, you can crop. No, can you crop? No, I think that's cheating, isn't it? Yeah, you're not allowed to crop. You can't crop. Okay, and I'm going to do a video on my channel showing my journey of getting these photos, and I think you're going to do a video on your channel, and we'll have a chat in between. Good luck.
Yeah, I think it is going to be a journey. It's a good word.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm just going to start with an easy shot really, which is the mountains over there. There's some really nice clouds. We're going to shoot in portrait, I think, and yeah, it's just fairly easy. I'm just going to see what I can find. So if I just look over here, probably think about, you know, where the best clouds are, and think about the clouds in the composition, because I think that's really important. There's some really, really nice clouds over there. I've just got to watch those highlights. This is looking good. This is a good start. Good start. I think 70mm is going to be much easier than 200. So I think it's going to be good. I'm going to probably move a little bit lower because I want to sort of get rid of some of the sea, and if I go down a little bit, I'll get a bit rid of that mid-ground in the sea. Just saying, James has got 2 tripods at the moment. That's 2 tripods. I'm handhold. So, basically I've gone a little bit lower now. I'm going to get the same shot, but I'm just going to go a little bit lower, and you'll see the difference because I'll get rid of some of that sea that was taking up a reasonable amount of the shot before. Sorry, I had to laugh then. I've got a friend, Rick, and he always falls over. And he just fell over. Oh dear. You put me off my stride then. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to think about the positions of the clouds, the positions of the mountains, and then just the waves. So I'm not just pointing the camera randomly. And there's so many shots here. So I'm just going to go a little bit lower. And then that makes the waves seem a bit bigger as well. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is try just something a little bit different and go really low. So try and get my camera down really low like this, almost on the floor. And you can see already that everything looks very different now I've gone low. So I'm still at 70mm, but what I now need to think about is this bottom area just here. And the rest of it, the top bit, you know, looks really good. So I could just get rid of that bottom area and move up, but I feel like I need to find something, and maybe a reflection could be really good for that. So if I could just go and find a reflection to put in that bottom area. So maybe if I just do it, say, here, I might just get a reflection, or just even something that's just a little bit abstract. And I think that looks quite good. So, let's try that. So I feel these low down shots worked really well, and it's definitely something I'm going to work on a little bit more. I feel like the second image worked better than the first image. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Alright. So that worked quite well. I got a picture of the dogs going past there, and that was really nice. So I found this scene here with this fallen tree and then these other trees and the grasses, and I feel like it makes a really simplistic scene. There's also a shot in the other direction as well, which is really nice. But I wanted to say a little bit about why it's a good idea to just challenge yourself to do things like this. Because I feel like it improves your creative ability to find things. Quite often with a camera we have all these things that we can do, and you're looking at the whole scene, you're thinking about all the different focal lengths, you're thinking about, shall I shoot something with lots of depth of field, no depth of field, what, a long exposure, a short exposure. But narrowing these things down can really improve your photography. So just give it a go. And I definitely think you'll find it's better. We need to go and find out how James is going on, I think. I've not seen him for a little bit.
I think that may well be Mr. Danson, just down there in the red jacket, holding the tripod with Rick. Yes, I think that's him. I don't know where he's been. It's worrying that, because he might have found something amazing and I just didn't notice it.
He'll be sneaking some good shots somewhere, I'm sure. Anyway, this is the shot I'm going to show you. I'll show you one in the other direction as well, which is slightly different. And then I'll go back down. I've just come about 100 meters away from the shore. I'll go back down to the shore and maybe see if I can find something a little bit more intimate, you know, a little bit closer. Okay. Okay, so I'm just getting a little bit more abstract now. I'm shooting actually with a 24-70, which is only an f4 lens, so it's 70mm, I can only get f4. But I just want to get these flowers out of focus in the foreground, because I feel they'll set off these background trees a little bit better. I've just got to choose where to focus really carefully on this, because, you know, I want to be focusing, ow, that hurts, gosh, I want to be focusing on probably this first tree here. So I'm just going to mess about, see if I can get something with a nice sort of frame. And I think that looks quite good, actually. I quite like that. So I ended up really liking this image. I think it was something a little bit different. I focused on the tree in the middle because I felt that worked best. It's obviously f4, so you've got to be careful with focus, but yeah, it worked well. Okay, so the plan here is to do something a little bit different. I'm going to do something called ICM, intentional camera movement, where I just move my camera randomly to try and create an abstract image. I think it's going to be quite good here because I've got a little bit of water, a little bit of sand, and then I've got the mountains in the background. So the plan is, I've put my camera on f16, doesn't really matter about depth of field because it's all going to be blurred anyway, which gives me about 20th of a second. ISO 64, it's going to be good this. So basically I'm just going to move it really fast like this. Now, you look a bit daft when you're doing this. Oh, I've got a good one there. And it's sort of, what I say about ICM is it sort of gives a feel for the place that you're at. And I feel that this shot that I'm about to show does exactly that. 70mm, a bit of ICM, doesn't get better. Oh, I found James. He's here.
Hello.
Hello. What are you shooting?
Well,
how's it going?
So far, it's been a project of silhouettes. I would say, exclusively.
Yeah. People walking.
People, mostly dogs.
Dogs,
actually.
yeah. I got a couple and a dog that looked quite good. Not sure on that one yet, but it's not the sort of thing I do. I usually avoid people at all costs.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Well, no, it has been mostly dogs. Here, I'm just looking at the silhouette of the island and the nice sky, and you just get the end of the theme.
Yeah. It's good that.
Nice.
Yeah, it's
and
nice.
truth be told, I'm still waiting for a silhouette, but not a dog or a person. This time, I'm waiting for a bird. Should just be right in the middle of the frame.
Yeah.
It's yet to happen. I might be here for hours, but we'll have a go.
Yeah, good.
Perfect bird.
Yep.
No.
So I found this little bit of water here. It started raining, which is not good, but there's some birds flying up on the rocks there, and there's some nice god rays in the background. So I'm basically just trying to get the right height. If you look, if I go up this high, it looks a bit like that. But just by going lower, I can just change the feel of this. So I just want to try and get the right height, just to try and get a nice shot, a 70mm. I'm not worried about this being in focus too much. I'm just trying to capture the mood of it really, and these birds silhouetted. So it's just about timing it right, and hopefully I'll get a good shot. It's really good. I really like this.
Gravel road, I've been asked to slow down. Fireplace, do you know how?
Okay, this is my final shot of the day. I don't know where James has gone. I think he's gone to the lighthouse right over there. I was going to do that, but I got caught up in shooting some other things. So this is going to be a bit of an ethereal shot, a longer exposure. I've also done some ICM. 70mm is such a fantastic focal length to shoot at, and I've really enjoyed just the challenge of doing it. Make sure you check out James's video, which will be linked in the description below, and I'll put a link up there as well. But this has been amazing. Really enjoyed it. Also, I want to thank Squarespace for sponsoring this week's video.
So I'm back looking at these photos now, and I thought I'd show you just how easy it is to set up a gallery in Squarespace. I can create a gallery, give it a name, and I can just take these images, just drag them in to that folder in Squarespace, and it creates this really nice looking gallery. You can obviously then go into those photos and click through them. So super simple to create. You can create different styles, different look and feels. I could put a header at the top if I wanted. Anyway, I'll put a link to this gallery so you can have a look at these images below.
If you need a website or a domain, then make sure you go and check out Squarespace. And yeah, they're a fantastic all-in-one platform for creating your website, which is a fantastic New Year's resolution to do as well. Okay, thanks ever so much for watching, and until next Sunday, bye. Okay, so I did have one more shot, which is the sunset that you can see here, and it's just a simple shot. I need to speak to James at some point. If he does come, just after this now, we'll have a little conversation about how it went. So, how did you do? I came back early, I have to say this first. My back was sore, I couldn't quite get to the lighthouse, so I came back early. I've been here, I should have made a cup of tea to be honest, because you guys were like about an hour after me, so you must have got some epic shots.
Well, I don't know about that. I mean, I will say excuses from you. There's always one complaining about that back, isn't there?
Well, yeah, that's always me, in fact.
I'm joking.
Yeah.
I have the utmost sympathy. I don't know if I got anything epic. I cheated for a little while. When I first got down to the beach near the lighthouse, I got the 200 out for sunset proper, because I thought I'm not missing
those
this.
god rays were pretty amazing,
Yeah.
weren't they? They look pretty good. Because I didn't make it down to lights, I was shooting from, so I was just trying to get seagulls in them, which I think worked, but most of my shots tended to be me lying on the sand trying to get low shots.
Having a kip.
Well, it's ever since the shots at Vestrahorn, where I did that bokeh thing. I just do that for everything now, but it only works there. So all the other shots that I try and do like that are just rubbish.
Yeah. I feel like 70 worked better than I thought it was going to.
Yeah, I thought 70 was okay. What I struggled with, because I quite like using I'd have liked 24 in the other challenge because I like foreground.
Yeah.
And I was every time I tried to get foreground, it was out of focus.
See, I love that, but that's why this works.
Yeah, because I started shooting. I thought, well, if it's out of focus, I'll make it really out of focus, and I shot at f2.8 on my long lens.
Yeah.
But I look forward to seeing your video. I'll see your video before my video. So James's video's was out yesterday. Go and check it out. There will be a link up there somewhere above James, and I'll put a link in the description as well.
What I will say is that given that you only went to about 30% of the locations that I did, it will be a kick in the teeth if people think you've got better photos.
Yeah, put in the comments not who's the best, because that's obvious, but who did the best on this challenge? Who do you think got the most interesting, or it's not like the best photo, is it? I think I was trying to get something a little bit different, but I think I completely failed. But what do you think you liked most out of the photos? But make sure you check out James's video.
Thank you very much.
Cool. Right, now my cup of tea.